Alrighty, welcome back, guys.
Welcome back. Look at this idle pose, man.
I wanted to see one good idle pose before we started, but whatever. Come on.
No, because this bunny jumping thing is driving me insane.
Those sound effects. Alright, let's see. So we're going to...
I already cleaned up around here, so let's just go straight to Dry Canyon.
Dry Canyon.
How fast do you think you could beat this game?
I thought you were going to ask, how dry do you think this canyon is?
It's pretty dry. I know that. I already know that.
Drier than the goddamn Sahara.
Where's that from? Try the goddamn Sahara.
The goddamn Sahara? I believe that's from CKY. Do you remember that? And he's like doing some prank at like a drive-thru or something.
Yeah, and he goes, try the goddamn Sahara.
You know what's ridiculous?
Oh, that's right, the drive-thru. And then he gets real racist.
Yeah, you know what's ridiculous is Mega 64. They were on their podcast. Rocco was like, "Yeah, I was at a show the other day." And they asked him, like, well, which show? And he was like, oh, CKY. And I was like,
they're still doing things?
Yeah, I was like, what?
Wow.
Ridiculous.
Really, CKY?
Yeah, I guess so.
That's a weird one, for sure.
Let's see. Should I do... What am I doing?
And nothing bad to, like, say about those dudes. What I'm really just surprised at is the fact that they can still keep it going.
CKY?
Yeah, because, like, every generation has their CKY, like, their Tom Green, their
like
Marcher, their jackasses.
Okay.
Like the guy that does it, like Sacha Baron Cohen. All these people who do like shocking things for laughs, right?
Right.
And the only thing that's consistent about all of them is like it's a young man's game. You know what I mean? Even now you got like Logan Paul and all these like YouTubers that do things like that.
Yeah.
But they're all young. You know, it's a young person thing to do that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because as you get older, you realize just you're like, maybe you know what? Maybe I shouldn't be a dick.
I know, and it's like I was actually like, that's like a question I've always wanted to ask Mega 64. But I don't want to sound like a douchebag, like. But like I'm honestly like sometimes like, what are you guys gonna do when you get older? Like
they are. What do you mean when they get older?
No, exactly. Yeah, honestly, like they're at the point where they're kind of old too. So like. You could tell.
What? I'm curious as to how old, because I feel like the oldest member there is, it's not Rocco and it's not Sean.
They're all the same age.
They're all the same age.
Yeah, they went to high school together.
Oh, one could be.
Pretty sure they're the same age. Oh shit.
How do you say Rocco's last name? Is it Bodie?
Bodie.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Why?
I don't know. I just. It's one.
He has the coolest name in the world, dude.
Bodie.
Rocco Bodie. That's his real name. That's such a cool ass name. You don't think so? I think it's cool.
Dude, me and this guy are the same age.
Oh, yeah? So he's 7 years older than me. He's
35.
Oh, okay.
He was born in 1983.
He's not
in December.
Old, but maybe...
Thanks, bro.
He's not old, yeah.
No, but he's an adult. I would consider myself as much as an adult as I could possibly be. Don't one of them, or like... I know Sean has a kid.
Sean has many kids.
Sean has many kids?
Yeah.
Okay, because I knew he had a couple of like little girls, so I knew he at least had 2 kids. But you're saying couples, so he's probably got like 3 or 4.
He's got a shitload of kids, dude.
Damn.
Coming out of everywhere.
But I don't know about Rocky, and I don't Rocco, and I don't know about Derek, because Derek out of all 3 of them seems like the only one who's never gonna grow up.
Yeah, kind of. Honestly, like, and I don't mean that in a bad way either.
No, but there's some people that they just never grow up. But it's not a thing against them. Some people they're just like that.
If you watch old Mega 64 videos,
which I do all the time.
Derek goes through so many changes in like his style and his haircuts. Like,
oh yeah,
that's why I was saying like.
He had a lip ring, remember?
Yeah.
Remember he had a lip ring?
He's definitely the kind of person who's just like...
I'm going to have a lip ring.
He's just living his life.
He's had not a shaved head once. That looked awful.
He's not trying to be tied down by anything,
Nah, not anybody, not anything. You know what I mean, guys?
Did I do this right?
I don't think you did it right. I think you were supposed to go in the center first. But you might as well do this part.
No, we're good. This game is all about do whatever the fuck you want. Oh yeah, there's also...
Bam Margera style. See, this is like... I know I make that joke a lot, but,
Full circle.
We're just talking about it right now, so I'm like... Bam Margera seems like the kind of person who needs to grow the...
Oh, you know what? Eric Andre is like the new CKY.
There you go. That's a new one.
You know
You know what? I think I don't know what it is I like about Eric Andre as opposed to like any YouTube star or whatever.
Right.
But he does it's the same shtick. Like let's do stuff to piss people off. You know, like he went to before the election. I'm not gonna get political. Don't worry, everybody. But like before the election started, there was a bunch of rallies and all this kind of stuff. So he went to the Republican. I think it's called the Grand Old Party, the GOP or something like that. And he was doing some really annoying things. He was like, they have a lot of live people set up there. Okay. So he's in the back doing these obnoxious things. He actually gets thrown out.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And because of that, he was his Democratic Party one got revoked, so he couldn't show up to the Democratic their convention or whatever. So what he did instead was he snuck into the parking lot area and the places around it, and he hired some Hillary Clinton lookalike and started making out with her, just like, and not just making out with her, like just kissing her, like they were grinding and stuff, and it was like, wow, you pay somebody to do anything these days. But I don't know what I like about that shtick, and I don't know why I like him, like, because his show is ridiculous. If anybody's ever watched the Eric Andre show, it's completely ridiculous and strange and awful in a lot of great ways.
I just don't. I can never get into
fireworks.
Yeah, if you see that, always light them up because they'll give you.
But run away, right?
Yeah, they'll give you gems. I think this is the first season that does something like this where they show you like, yeah.
It's dope. I love that.
I don't know what it is, dude.
Can you fly to that one?
Yeah, and I don't know if I'm supposed to do it from here or here, but I'm gonna try from here.
Dude, you're crazy.
I got it.
Oh, nice. That was a good one.
Damn it! This is a key one. Whatever.
You don't have the key. Oh, you don't have the key.
I can never watch shit like that, dude. I don't know what it is.
Oh, you know what? You're probably like you and Cindy are kind of the same way. You can't watch these
prank things.
No, not prank things. These I like. This is my guilty pleasure is to watch these like road rage videos.
I just don't like candid reactions of people like being upset by like how do I put it? Because I do like I don't mind people getting mad.
Are you done?
I just mind
There's a dragon right over there.
I know, but that one's hard to get. So give me a second.
Okay.
I need to do it like this. I think. I don't know. I just like when people elicit that like reaction out of people. I just can't fucking do it. This one's tough.
The Eric Andre show is very like if you don't know what it is before you go on, that's your own damn fault because it's had at least 5. I think it's on its 4th or 5th season.
I think people know what it's about at this point.
No, I guarantee you, there's a lot of people like there's a lot of stars that they book.
He's a meme, dude.
I know he's a meme, but there's a lot of stars that he books. Like I'll give you a perfect example.
I'm gonna try this one more time, and if I don't do it, fuck it. Okay.
Okay. This is a perfect example. One of the guests he had was one of these old Nickelodeon stars from iCarly.
Okay.
The blonde girl from iCarly. She went on his show.
Jeanette McCurdy.
Well, I don't know how you know that name.
I know everybody's name.
Okay. But she went on there expecting some really fun interview, like, or I don't know if she's just playing along with the bit, but it was the grossest interview.
Maybe it's a bit. I don't know.
It could be, but another person that was on there that I doubt that they had was, I think it was a porn star, Aziz.
Ansari.
No, that's the guy from, I forget what her name is, but she's this Asian porn star, and what they did was they...
Asa Akira.
Probably. And they just let a bunch of either cockroaches or there was a raccoon around there. And so she screams like bloody murder.
See, it's just so...
And I'm like, that's definitely a prank.
It just reminds me of like reality...
It's what he does.
It just reminds me of like reality TV, and I hate reality TV too. I don't like people like getting upset at each other. Like I do when it's like... If I'm watching like Game Grumps and like Aaron just gets legitimately mad at the game, that's funny. But like...
Yeah, but that's not directed towards
if somebody like came in and like scratched up his car as like a prank and he was getting mad at it, it just wouldn't be fun. Like, I don't know.
So I told you I like to watch road rage compilations.
Yeah, I know because they come up on my feed sometimes.
I also like to watch public outrage ones where people get yelled at and like they're like, "You didn't put enough lettuce on my Subway sandwich."
Okay. Alrighty.
People are just yelling their heads off. I was like, in my head, I'm creating this story about this guy had the worst fucking day. And this was like the last straw. He's like, "Can I have some extra lettuce?" And it's like, "Is that enough?" And they're just like.
In that sense, you are just like Rocco and all them from Mega 64, because that's all they talk about.
What do you mean?
They love shit like that when like customers like blow up, or like when
that's what they build their whole comedy on.
I know, and it's like.
But see, that's the thing. That's the difference between them and me. I could never do that, like make something, but I love watching it. It's one of the funniest things in the world to me, because knock on wood, I've never been so upset that I have done something like that. Yeah. Because, in your head, you're just like, is this really... In my head, I'm going like, is this really worth my time?
There was one time when I used to get, like, coffee from McDonald's.
Yeah.
And I don't like shit in my coffee.
By the way, McDonald's has dope coffee.
It does. And for some reason, they put shit in my coffee. And this particular McDonald's fucking sucked. Because they always mess up my order. And I wasn't going to go there because I was like, they're going to fuck up my order. And it's just coffee, right? And they put like some fucking weird sweetener in my coffee. So I just threw that shit in the parking lot. That's the only time I've ever like been like, you know what? Nothing is worth this right now. I'm just fuck this place. He saw me too, because I drove like 1 foot. And I just tossed it out the window, yeah. I was with my friend too, and he probably thought I was like the most garbage.
You should have just... Oh, you almost said it.
Yeah, I almost had him. He probably thought I was the most garbage person, but I was like, you know what, dude?
Do it right now. There he is.
Fuck it. Just fuck it. I was just mad.
I don't think I've ever been that upset. I listened to this radio show, and they were talking about how, like when they get upset, they do certain things. And one of the people on there was like, yeah, I love to whip things. Like, not, that's, by the way, whipping means, throwing things. So, like, she says things like, oh, I've broken tons of things out of just anger. And the one dude was like, oh, man, it makes you feel instantly better just throwing something, watching it smash. And I was like, these mother effers must have so much money where they can just grab things, throw them, and smash them. And then they're just like, I'll buy it again. Like
actually, like, smashing something.
Yeah, like they literally smash things out of anger. And I'm like, that is not something that I would ever do, because it's like, it's one of those things where...
get that.
Not that we were poor growing up or anything, but like, it was definitely one of those things where things had more value to us, because we couldn't just replace them like that. You know what I mean? So I would never do that.
What you just described to me, though, sounds very appealing. Like, look, see, Sparks isn't around, so I have to grab these myself. Alright, so... The audio fucked up. We're re-recording this over just gameplay, basically. But what I was going to say in the episode, for those who were curious, was... I said that sounds really appealing to me, because I do remember at one point in my life I did whip something into a McDonald's parking lot, because and I'm not even somebody who does this. I'm not a person I'm not like a customer freak out thumbnail or something. This particular McDonald's fucking sucked, and it was run by like kids that like their manager, I guess, like didn't care that they were just jerks. But I wanted like a coffee drink from them. And,
oh my gosh, I remember you telling this story.
I don't like shit in my coffee. I mean, like, if every once in a while I'll get it with creamer, you know, because, like, Starbucks coffee is pretty strong when it's black. But, like, regular coffee, I'll just drink it black. And I said, don't put shit in it. And they put something in it. I forget what it was, but it was, like, they put some weird shit in it. And it
you either have to put the flavoring, or they have to put in the sugar.
Yeah, well, it was just, like, sweet. I think it was because it was iced coffee, too, and
yeah, they have to add the flavor.
Whatever. I've gotten it black before, and I got all mad, and I just whipped that shit into the parking lot. And I know the guy saw me, because I only drove like 1 foot before I threw it, and like, cause I was like driving away, and I tasted it, and then I was like immediately like, all right, fuck this.
This is garbage.
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious. I love that story.
Yeah, and my friend. Oh, you know what it was? I just remember what it was. It was like a coffee drink, but I didn't want whipped cream on it.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And
don't put whipped cream
and
on it.
they
They put extra.
They did. It was like 50% whipped cream, and I thought at that point they were just being defiant. You know, like they were
just like, fuck you. You're drinking this.
Like straight up, like this guy can suck my dick. So yeah, I ended up whipping it into the.
I mean, I know you did that because you were super frustrated with that, but to be honest, like I have whipped things into extinction before, and I know where we got that from.
Okay.
And it was because you were showing off how the border works here.
Yeah.
It was because our dad used to try and save money by cutting our hair. And this one time he got really frustrated because he literally just had me stand out in the front yard with like kind of bent over with a towel all the way up to my head, and he was trying to cut my hair, and he was getting frustrated because the things stopped working, like the clippers. And I was bending over like that for, I kid you not, like an hour or some change, and for a kid at 8, it's a long time, and he got so mad that he didn't finish cutting my hair, and he just whipped the cutters into down the driveway, and it just exploded.
Wait, are you saying that that's where I got it from?
Well, it's hereditary.
Genetically,
it's hereditary.
the need to whip things and anger.
Now, it was so now that I tell it, it's so funny. But as a kid, when you see your dad whip something and it shatter for the first time, you're just like, oh man, he's really pissed. And I was a little scared. And then my mom had to take me to fix my hair.
I will say
which, by the way, is a very embarrassing thing to have to do.
Dude, I know haircuts when I was a kid. That was like going to school with a bad haircut was like you are fucked. Like you were.
It was worse than getting I remember a friend of mine talked to me once, and he was like, "Hey," he told me the story about how he was like, "Mom, I want some Michael Jordans," and she's like, "Oh, sure, no problem, honey." And he's like, please make sure you get me some Michael Jordans, because
okay.
Not Jordans, but just an Air Force, that has his face on it or has his logo on it.
Okay.
And when he's like, did you get my shoes? She's like, yeah, they're in the bag. He went in there, and they were not Michael Jordan shoes. Okay. They were Michael Jackson shoes.
Oh.
And she's like, you're just gonna have to wear these.
Same shit, right? Dang, that sucks.
That's another thing. It's just if you got the wrong shoe. Not even that you have the wrong shoe, but you have, it would have been fine if he had gone to school with, just regular shoes, nothing on them. But now he has to wear shoes that say Michael Jackson.
I didn't even know they made those.
Well, kids' shoes are always let's slap something on the side of this.
Okay.
That kind of shoe.
I thought you were going to say, they were, Space Jam shoes.
No,
they had
no,
face on them, but they were,
Those still would have been cool. Are you kidding me?
I used to have
some Space Jam shoes.
I used to have a lot of Space Jam
It's
merchandise.
because Space Jam was the shit back in the day.
It was worse for me though, honestly, the haircut thing, because I've always had my hair long since junior high, and I remember whenever our parents would just get mad at me, or if I fucked up, they'd be like, all right, well you're getting a haircut, little bitch, that's what you get. And
by the way, our parents did not call Steven a little bitch.
They didn't. Yeah, that was not what they said. But they might as well have. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay, fine.
It was just such an to me that was my world. I was I gotta have my stupid emo hair all my life. I have to.
Isn't that the same haircut you have now?
No, in junior high I didn't know how to wash it properly, so it was always all mangy and gross.
Yeah. Now you take pretty good care of it, so it looks good.
All right, so it looks like this episode's coming to an end.
That's right.
I hope you guys enjoyed this experiment, and I hope I can time this this outro correctly. It looks like right here. We'll see you guys next time.
See you next time, guys.